Sir, am I audible to you, sir?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Before starting the session, I would like to introduce to the audience about today's research person. He is actually the founder head of School of Artificial Intelligence and Data Engineering, SAIDE at IIT Ropar. To his credit, so many research activities. He is actively involved both in quantum technologies as well as artificial intelligence. Earlier, he also worked at different positions at Malavia National Institute of Technology as a faculty assistant professor, and later moved to IIT Ropar as associate professor. Now, apart from this, his teaching abilities and research, he also has a wonderful industry experience. He also worked as at Mehda Family School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati. He worked as a program analyst at Cognizant Technologies India Private Limited, and also on mainframe-based solutions for credit card. And he is embedded software engineer, Nalanda Telematics and Informatics Limited, and developing embedded devices from routing to integration. His academic credentials are his Doctor of Philosophy at IIT Varanasi, awarded in 2014, and is also his Masters at MTech at IIT again Varanasi in 2010, and Bachelors of Technology from Andhra University. He is very much a Telugu man. As he has done so much of competitive research, including use funding from industry, DST, SRB, etc. He is sponsor, principal investigator, development of quantum machine learning use cases and applications from mighty government of India. Almost 17 crores, I think, in Indian currency. And sponsor, principal investigator, iSelectE multifaceted comprehensive framework for referred instant selection and segmentation in visual data from SERP. Here it is around 41 lakhs of funding. And is the principal investigator at AI-based technology for underwater vari-colored video restoration and object detection, Minister of Earth Sciences from Government of India, again 45 lakhs. A transport system, he is also AI-based deep learning technology for multi-weather video restoration from SERP, again 43 lakhs. Industry sponsor for cricket analysis using AI and deep learning, and Pluklu Ventures, around 36 lakhs. And deep learning based solution for electrical road restoration, deep learning and de-noising, robotics, around development of for improvement in quality of images captured offshore, around 19 lakhs. Autonomous underwater vehicle assets, again around 14 lakhs. And to his credit, so many funding projects are there, timestamp aware aberrant detection and analysis. Industry sponsor, chief investigator, third party inspection of ICT material for Jaipur Smart City Limited. And he is a National Merit Scholarship holder from Government of UGC, Government of India in 2011 and 13, and from Minister of Education Fellowship in 2011 and 13. Again, the Minister of Education Fellowship for 2008 to 10. He also awarded GPU grant from NVIDIA and GPU grant from IBM also in 2019 and 2021. He has organized so many community services and research and other faculty development programs. He is guiding so many students, almost now ongoing PhD supervision for around 7 to 8 students. Already finished graduates are 6 students, and he is also a master's program graduates, around 15. To his credit, selected publications, so many selected publications are there, almost 8 runs, around 5 to 6 pages. Apart from this, apart from his academic research and other experiences, he has also got a lot of administrative experience. as a founder head to School of A and DE, Associate Faculty of Courts, a Chairman of ID, ADE Course Structure Development, Department Web Coordinator, Organizer of 10th Civic 2025, Organizer of 9th Civic 2024, Organizer of 14th Civic IBC, JAP 23, and a TechWhip 3 Nodal Officer, Co-Coordinator for Training and Placements. And also, apart from this, is also worked as Hostel Warden, Chief Warden, number of so many departments. And he has got so many professional affiliations like senior member, Institute of Electrical, Electronics and Engineers, IEEE, and senior member of Signal Person Society. These are some of the referrals, including the senior member of Biometrics Council and senior member of IEEE RFID. To his credit, so many credentials, so many professional things are also there. As the time is short, I cut short his profile. Now I welcome you, sir. There are so many participants, especially from engineering background, because it is something related to core engineering. Maybe some of other participants. Actually, we are offering the application spot for all the subjects. As you know, it includes life sciences, humanities, social sciences, engineering, and core engineering like this. So apart from this live link, we have also shared the YouTube link to the students. So many students will be watching this. Now, on behalf of AP State Council of Higher Education, our Honorable Chairman, Professor K. Madhumurthy Garu, is very keen to incorporate and introduce all the cutting edge technology courses like AI and quantum technologies also. And parallelly, you are also taking some of the classes where almost 1,000 now being trained. And our aim to train at least 5,000 faculty members on AI, particularly the application spot. We are selectively choosing the people to deliver on the application spot regarding various disciplines also. We are not leaving even the minute subjects. We are covering almost all the subjects, all the disciplines. So far we have covered. And it is an ongoing program, sir. Every Saturday we are conducting the webinars, particularly for the artificial intelligence on various fields, on various subjects. I wish I would like to inform all the participants. It is certainly a hands-on type of session because he is a core AI investigator, a researcher. So definitely you will enjoy his session. And please invite all your faculty members, all your even you can share the YouTube links and you can arrange the live link to your students if that is you are present in your institutions so that they will directly benefit. And after his session, there will be an interactive session also. Now I request Dr. Santosh Kumar Garu, please you can take the session, sir. You are welcome. And once again, on behalf of AFG State Council of Higher Education, on behalf of Chairman Professor K. Madhumurthy Garu, I thank you very much for your acceptance.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir, for inviting me to this particular workshop, faculty development workshop. So, may I start the session?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can start.
I hope my screen is visible.
It is visible, sir.
Okay. Okay. Welcome you all. So as sir mentioned, myself Santosh Kumar Viparthi, currently working as an associate professor at IIT Roper in the Department of School of Artificial Intelligence and Data Engineering. So today what are we trying to do is that many of you are from the different backgrounds and there is a topic called the data pre-processing, cleaning and the data analysis. Once the data got analyzed and cleaned properly, then maybe you can use this particular data for any of the applications development like machine learning problems or any for the deep learning or anything. So what are all the prerequisites of the data pre-processing techniques? That is what we are going to do with a little bit hands-on task. and the theoretical concepts we will going to discuss as and when it is required. So meanwhile, if you have any uh, questions or if you could able to not able to understand anything, feel free to put your queries in the chat. I will try to look into this particular chat part as well. So yeah, chat box is also enabled, so you guys can post a question here. So what was our main objective for the today's session? The objective here is, let's assume everybody knows about the very popular example that is called property price prediction, or it can be considered as a house price prediction. In anything will be fine, like whether you can consider about the property price or house price. So anything will be fine, like you can do whatever it might, doesn't matter. So house price prediction. So what was the main purpose of it? Can anybody quickly tell me, if you would like to buy a house or if you would like to buy a property nearby at your nearby places or anywhere wherever you wish to, what are all the basic requirements you will going to look after? Any questions, please? What are all the basic requirements we try to see? If you would like to buy a house, can anybody share your thoughts in the chat? Okay, fine. Yeah, somebody has given me that area. Yeah, price, location, facilities, and so on. So that means whenever you want to buy a house, the first question comes here is that, are you plan to buy a new house or you are plan to buy a old house? Second, no, I mean talking about the estimation of the house. Generally, if you would like to uh, predict the house price was dependent upon the various aspects, right? Like as somebody is saying that, yes, the house price is going to be dependent upon some of the aspects, like in which location you are planning to buy the house. Second thing is, within that particular location, are you planning to buy a new house or an old house? Even though it is a new house, it is an apartment or shared apartment, or it is an individual house, or it is a villa. Similarly, if it is an older one, whether the house is in the old apartment, whether it is a used apartment, or whether it can be used house or used villa, right? In addition, other than the house, is there any special facilities are available in the house? Like, is there any garden is available? Is there any extra car parking available? So slots are available within that particular location. In addition, what are all the nearest amenities? Any hospitals are there or not, or is there any function halls are there or not, or any entertainment aspects are there or not, right? And how much the house was away from the maybe railway station, bus stands, or airports, and so on. Am I right? And other thing is that whether that particular house is having the proper roads or not. So like means whenever you are trying to talking about a planning to buy a house or planning to predict the house prices, there are many attributes or the variables are involving it. So in our example, what are all those attributes? So here the attributes are dwell type, zone class, lot area, road type, land counter, then lot configuration, neighborhood, condition, overall quality, year year of the house, and roof style, roof mart, and so on. So if you can able to see, there are many ways, like whether your house is having a swimming pool or not, or whether the house is having how many number of rooms are there, bedrooms are there, and is there any rooftop balcony is there or not, whether you have a kitchen or not, you know, whether it is only single floor building, whether it is a 2 floor building, or whether it is a multi-store building, right? And what could be the corporate area? So there, if you can able to see it, there are multiple attributes are required to consider to decide the price of the house. Am I right? So to make you the things which easier, let me show you the data set. So let me show you the data set here. So now you can able to see the yellow color part. I hope it is visible to you. If not, I'll go on to zoom it up a bit. Yeah. So here you can able to see that the first one is the ID. Second one will be dwell type. So what is the meaning of a dwell type? Try to understand the meaning of the dwell type here. A dwell type is nothing but identifies the type of the dwelling involved in the sale, right? So that means here the dwell type is trying to representing one attribute meaning. So here you can able to see that the dwell types are in the numerical here, 60, 20, 60, 70, and so on. Okay. Okay, just give me a second. I'll try to open a document so that it may be much easier for you to understand. Just give me a second. Yeah. So if you can able to see it here properly, this is a dwell type. Dwell type identifies the type of dwelling involved in the sales. What is the meaning of here? What is the meaning of 60 or 20 or 70? Here the meaning of 60 or 20. 20 is saying that it is a one-story building constructed in 1946 and renovated. Okay, it is a old building, but it is a renovated. Now the 60 is nothing but it is a two-story building constructed in 1946 and it is again renovated. 70 is nothing but two-story building constructed in 1945 and it is a older one. That means the renovation is not yet done. I hope you're getting now. Now the number 90 is nothing but it is a duplex building, all styles and gates edges. That means it is a duplex building. What are all the recent requirements are there? Everything is available. So 190 is nothing but it is a family conversation, all styles and ages. Another one is called zone class. Zone class is an another attribute. If you can see here the zone class here in the zone class here. Zone class is nothing but it identifies the general joining classification of the sales. So what is this particular zone class identifies? Zone class is identifying that in which zone the particular property is available, whether it is in the agricultural land, whether it is a commercial area, or it is a floating village residential or industrial, and so on. So depending upon the type of the attribute, if you can able to see it here, so if you can able to see it here, each and every attribute, that means you can consider each and every feature here is consisting of multiple subclasses. So here the RL, what is meant by RL indicates, here the zone class is there. So RL indicates residential low density, right? That means here each and every attribute is trying to explaining about one of the each attribute having a subclasses and each class is actually defining something. So if you might be looking after the, it is a multi-class building or whether it is a new house or a house, older house with renovation, older house with older house without renovation. So here, if you can able to see it here, this is a dwell type is the attribute, or you can consider as an acronym for which can able to defining various houses and their information, various houses with whether it is a older, new, and 1 BHK, 2 BHK, or individual, and so on. So this is our data set. Okay. So whenever you're trying to looking after this particular data set, here you have a numerical number 60, 20, 70, and so on. Similarly, you have a road type, whether the road type is a pave or gravel. So pave or gravel is your road type. I hope you're getting right. So now this is a complete data set where many number of attributes are involved. And the last one here, you can able to see that is called the property sale. Getting now? That means other than this particular last column, rest of the all the columns are trying to help you to give you the detailed information about the entire variable. I hope you're getting now. So there are, if you can able to see, there are 80 particular variables are there. These 80 variables are defining one particular house price. Clear? Now you need to understand what are all the input variables which we are going to use it to predict a house. Similarly, which variable is useful for us, which variable is not useful for us. Are there any redundant information is present in the data? If the redundant information is present with a variable with different names, how to handle that? Second important aspect, if any of the variable, any of the data got missed, then how you can able to identify the missing data? Once you're identifying the missing data, how you can able to fill that particular missing data? So these are all the data pre-processing, cleaning, and the visualization of the data we are going to discuss in today's session. So as so far, you don't need to get worried about the machine learning concepts and all, because we are not going to go to that particular aspect. We are going to look after only the data pre-processing part. Okay. So if you can also see this there is some information called pool area and year of sold, year of mortgage, sale type, sale condition, and all. So these are all the various informations are already present. Okay. So these are all some of the contents. As I said, I'll going to discuss up to these particular aspects 1 to 4. The 5 and 6 and 7 we are not going to discuss because it's now out of the syllabus, because you have a data pre-processing is there. So now we are going to look after that only. So before going to run or before going to analyzing our data pre-processing part, the first thing which we need to do is called importing the required and necessary libraries. So what are all the libraries are required? Okay, I forgot to mention, this is our Google Colab. So we are going to run an entire code in the Google Colab. If anybody willing to run this code in parallelly with me, please try to open your Google Colab by using your email ID. Right? If anybody interested, let me help you. So if once you're going to enter the Google Colab, you will going to get this particular link that is called Welcome to Colab. Click it here and log in with your Gmail IDs. So log in with your Gmail account. Once you are going to log in with the Gmail account, here you can able to pop up this particular page, right? Go to the file, see the new notebook in Drive. So you can open the new notebook. Here the notebook will be opened here. So this is your new notebook. This is the each and every cell. So here you can put your title the way you wish to. And this is the place where you would like to type your code, whatever the code you would like to write here, you can able to write it. Then the left side is the symbol where whatever you're able to see it here. This is what called the run this particular cell. This is a cell, single cell. That means whatever the 1 or 2 lines of the code you would like to write here, and those 2 lines are going to be run here, right? And if you would like to add more number of cells, just you can pass on the mouse onto this particular cell in the middle, where you can able to get the code or the text. So you would like to add more codes here, just you enter the code, so you can able to get the more number of cells. So you can enter whatever the information you want to write here in this particular within the cell. Once it is done, you can simply run this particular button so that your cell will going to be executed. If your instructions are very much clear, then this cell will successfully run. If the whatever the code you have given here, if it is not correct, then it will going to pop up any of the error. And the beauty in this particular Google Colab, as and when you know the recent advancements of the AI, so as and when you are able to pass on some of the code here, if it is creating any of the issue, then the the backend AI algorithm, one of the GPT version, will try to figuring out what that particular error is, and it will going to give you the solution as well. That means now by using this Google Colab, you can parallelly can learn each and every program, and we can solve the problems also. If in case if any problem encounter, you can take the help of this particular AI module as well. So I hope you are clear on this. If anybody could not able to follow, please text me in the chat. Whether you already knew about this Google Colab, then I will move ahead. If you might be not aware, please text me here so that I can repeat it once again. If you wish, I will repeat. So may I assume that you are aware of it? Okay. Okay. So okay. So what are our first objective? The primary objective here is to import necessary libraries, right? Yeah, in this particular thing, as you can able to see it here, once you are going to open this particular cell, if you want to run any of the codes, okay? If you want to run any of the codes, here you can able to go through this particular thing. This is a left side is called files. Just you go to the file, and whatever the file we are going to give it to you, that particular file or the data set, you can simply upload in this particular Google Colab. So once you are going to upload in the Google Colab, then your data set is going to be uploaded here. Okay. So once your data set is uploaded here, then your program can be run without any problem. I hope you are clear, right? So this is a window where you can able to load your code as well as your data set, so that code can be used this particular data set and it can run. Okay, so what is our first objective? Here our first objective is to require necessary libraries. So what are all the basic libraries we may need it? Because as I said that we are going to use a data set which is a collection of numerical as well as text-based information. Am I right? That means here this particular data set is having both the information called numerical as well as the text. Right? So to use this particular data set, you may need a NumPy libraries. So we use NumPy for mathematical operations on large or multidimensional array and matrices, and pandas is used for the data manipulation and analysis. So NumPy is for handling the numerical data, and if you would like to use any of the mathematical operations you want to perform, then pandas can be helpful for us. Now the next important aspect here is, if you will try to see this particular data set, whether the given input information, now you can see the dwell type. What is the name of the dwell type? Dwell type is an integer or it is a string. So dwell type is a name, right? That means it is a string. But the information which is presenting inside is a numerical value, that is called 60. So it is in the integer form. Am I right? So year built is the name, right? That is in the string form. But the content which is presenting in this particular attribute, the content is in numerical value, that is called year. 2376 and 2915 and so on. Am I right? So now this is the year. Name of the year built is talking about string, but the information which is present inside is talking about the integers, right? So for a data set, it is a combination of both the integers and the strings. So as you know that both are going to be used, so you need to check whether the given data is in the form of a string data type or it is a numerical data type. So if you want to use the string as a numerical data type, then you need to use the APIs here that is called from pandas.api.type. What is the type here? Import string type, and again the type is import numerical type. So to check the data type, we import is string data type and is numerical data type. So you are going to use the both the data type informations or the APIs you are going to be importing. Now the question comes here is that, okay, I have my data, as I need to understand whether my given input data, any of the variable is missing or not, whether within the attributes, I have many number of attributes are there, in a way of attributes, nothing but features are there. Now, is there any correlations are there between the features? If any correlations are there, what to do? For example, the correlation is here nothing but, let's assume while you are buying to buy a house, what is a carpet area? For example, 2,500 square feet. That is a carpet area, assume. Now, is that within the carpet area, there could be a ground floor, first floor, and second floor. If you can able to merge these all floors, are you going to get the overall carpet area, 2,500? Or only the ground floor is 2,500, and what about the first floor and second floor? So whenever you are going to estimating a price on the overall carpet area, even though you might have a multiple floors, then this is a redundant information. First floor information, second floor information, third floor information, and so on. Am I right? So now this is not correlated. Clear? That means within the attributes, there could be a various features might be there, but within the feature, there could be some common relation. In that information, the entire algorithm, by passing a single feature like a carpet area, might fulfill your requirements to estimate the price. Am I right? Rather than again using a feature called first floor information, second floor information, and so on. This is redundant, right? How you can able to analyze those things? In order to analyze those things, you need to use some of the basic statistical models you need to consider. Am I right? So to build and analyze various statistical models, we use stats models. To do that, we are going to importing those particular stat models by using import stat models and their corresponding APIs. And you may can use some of the existing formulas. So you can use stat models with formulas. And if you're going to use any of the machine learning problems like ordinary least square approximation, then you can use this import OLS model. And we may can use various loss functions, L1 or L2, root mean square errors, and so on. Then you can use import root mean square error, and also some of the statistical measures like variance influence factors, and so on. But as I said, these things we may not going to discuss, as we are not going to discussing on the machine learning problem. So very basics we are going to discuss. So second important factor here is, okay, once the basic statistic models we have used for analyzing the data, but later on you also need to divide your given data set. Now, whatever the data set is there, this data set is a raw data set, right? Raw samples. But if you want to make any of the model to be learned, these raw samples need to be divided into 2 or 3 subsets. One is like a training data, another one is like a test data. If required, you can use it as a validation data. For in this example, we are going to splitting this into 2 parts. One is a training, another one is testing. So if you wish to divide the data, then you can use the libraries where we can use, where it can able to import the training and splitting, that is called sklearn models. So sklearn emphasizes various machine learning problems like regression, classification, clustering, and so on. So from here, you can able to use train, test, and split. So once your basic models are trained, you need to run the errors, calculate the errors. So you can import some of the error functions that's called mean square error, mean absolute error, R2 square, and so on. And as I said, it's a machine learning problem we have started, but we are not going to discuss on the machine learning problem here. So you can import the required libraries like linear regression. And if you would like to show some of its, if it's a classification problem, confusion matrix and all, if you want to see it, then you can use some of the various matrices. So this can be done through sklearn library, right? Then if you would like to see any of the graphs, if you would like to showcase the distributions of the samples or any other way of graph visual representations of the data, if you would like to see, or the distribution of the samples, if you would like to see in the graphical form, then we need to import some of the matplotlib. So matplotlib is the library where you can able to plot 2D and 3D plots. In the same thing, there will be a Seaborn libraries also there. You can also use the Seaborn. It is also for plotting the statistical graphs. It looks a bit, the graphs are a bit appealing than the matplotlib. We can use anything. And depending upon our requirements, we can use it. So once the importing, now as you can able to see, left side I have run this. So what about the libraries I would like to import here? I have imported here. Then here I am the left side, I am running it, right? So if you can able to see on the left side, there is a green color. So for okay, so here the green color tick mark. The green color tick mark is nothing but this particular cell is successfully executed. So once I have run here, this green color cell again ran. So this is got successfully executed. Now, second cell is just to showcase about the error plot. If you would like to throw any of the error, what could be the size? It is a size of 15 cross 8. Within that particular shape, within that particular size, it will going to show some of the error warning messages. So this is an optional one. If you do not want to use it, of course, yes, you can remove it. Now the very interesting problem here is, now this is my data set, right? This data set is consisting of various number of rows and many number of columns. Now, how you can able to see how many number of columns are there in my data set and how many number of rows are there in my data set? For a single data set like this, we can manually can also look into it, right? Simply you can able to manually you can have a count. Okay, there will be 2074 rows are there, and for the columns it is 80 columns are there, as we have seen earlier, right? So this thing manually we can see it, but what was the guarantee that for each and every data set you are going to upload further as per your requirements, they will going to follow the same size? It's not an option, it is not a fixed one, right? So as you do not know what are the data set you are going to uploading, how many number of rows are there, let the model to let the algorithm to count how many number of rows and columns are there. So what are we trying to do? Display complete data frames to avoid an exponential number. So what are we trying to know? Display all columns on the data sets. That is called PD. So here somewhere we have mentioned about it. PD is nothing but pandas, as you can able to see it here. So import pandas and we're given this PD. So PD, that's called pandas dot options dot display dot max columns. That means within your data set, how many number of columns are there? So it will going to count it. Similarly, display the number of rows. So here the number of columns is equal to none. That means you are not fixing anything. You are not fixing my number of columns in the data set is 30, 50, 80 or anything. You are not mentioned. You kept as a none. It means that your model will going to analyze the data set. It will going to give you the number. Similarly for the rows. Now use below code to convert exponential values to float. So now what are we trying to do? Okay, I have I have analyzed the rows and columns. Now I'm going to use, this is an optional one. So I'm going to use np.set print options surplus equal to true. Surplus equal to true matlab if there is any unexpected values or exponential values are there, it will going to convert into some floating value number and it will going to show it. Now the next step is, okay, you have set up that, okay, I have my data set consisting of many number of rows and columns. Let me, whether it is properly loaded or not, if it is get loaded, let me see some of the samples, whether it is a proper loading is done or not, just to cross check. To do that, what are we trying to do? You are defining one variable called df property, because my example is for the property price. Here we are using the df property. What are you trying to do? PD pandas dot read CSV file, because I have my file is in CSV mode. I'm going to read CSV file. Here I need to pass a path. From where I can able to get this particular location at the path? From here, as you have uploaded here. Na? So here you have uploaded the dataset. Click on the three dots, copy path. So from here, you can click on this particular three dots and the copy path. Once you are copying it, that path is copied and put it here. So once you are going to copying it, that means whatever the path location is, that particular location is copied and made it available here. That means your data set is successfully loaded. Once your data set is successfully loaded, you would like to see the initial loading is successfully done or not. If you would like to see that, then you have to use one particular command that is called df property. That means what are the data set is there, the entire data set is now uploaded to the variable name called df property. Now you are trying to see the head of the property, that is called df property dot head. So head is the function which is going to give the initial 5 rows from the data set and all the columns. So once you run it here, as you can able to see the below, this is my initial 5 samples from 0 to 4, and all the columns will be there, as you can able to see it here, till the property sale price. Let's have a cross look into it if you would like to. Let's analyzing about the 0th one. So 0th one, dwell type is 60, zone is RL, and lot front is 65, and lot area is 8450. As you can able to see it here, dwell type is 60, zone class is RL, lot front is 65, and lot area is 8450, and road type is pave, and LA is none. Pave and LA is name is none, right? So that means this information is not available, so it is giving a NAN, because this information got missed out. So in place of NA, they have given a NAN. So second row will be the dwell type is 20, the zone class is RL, lot frontage is 80, and lot area is 9600. So let's have a look. So second will be 20, RL, 80, 9600, pave, and so on. So initial 5 rows, as a default, whenever you are going to use a head function, initial 5 rows are going to be shown here with all number of columns, right? Now there could be a question, okay, initial 5 rows you have shown, but I am curious to know how complex my data set is. How complex is nothing but how many number of attributes are present here. Each and attribute is present in the column, right? Each column is talking about one attribute. Maybe you can consider this is a feature. So this information like dwell type 2, the information here which is present is from the dwell type 2, sale condition. These are all the features are defining the property sale price. So the property sale price is dependent upon the sale condition, fencing, screen porch, and so on, so on, so on, till the first feature that's called dwell type. So these are all the column or the features or attributes are deciding the price of the house, right? So you are trying to know that how many such type of entries or how many such type of houses which are presenting in my data set. There could be many, right? So how you would like to know it? You want to know that how many rows are present in the data set and how many columns are present in the data set. Am I right? To know that particular thing, that is called the dimensionality of the data samples which is presenting in the given data set, you need to use the function called shape, df property dot shape. So this particular function is going to be defining the shape is a function returns the tuplets that gives the total number of rows and columns in the data. So once you get to know that how many number of rows are present, how many number of columns are present in this particular given data set, then you can start analyzing it. I hope you're clear as so far. If you have any questions, please ask me. Is this pace is okay, or may I go a bit faster, or do I need to go slower? If you are facing any issue, please chat here.
Sir, this space is okay, but the participants are asking for a larger font. Can you enlarge the screen, sir?
Larger part means?
Font.
Font size. Okay, font
Screen is clear.
size.
If you can expand, that is better.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I'll try to.
Yeah. Otherwise, no issue, sir.
No, I'll try. Now you please see this.
Yes, sir. It is fine. Okay.
Yeah, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So any more questions? If you are able to follow me so far, it will be fine. Then I will move to the next part. May I go forward? Okay. So as you have seen this df property dot shape, that means whatever the data set we have used, the dimensionality of the data set, you could able to see it here, 2073 and 81. So if you can able to see, these are all the 81 features. As you can able to see, the count here is 81 because here I have 81 entries are there. And how many number of rows are there? There will be 2700 some rows are there, right? As we have already seen this. 2074. So the same number you can able to see it here, 2074, because here the first row is the attribute value, but the number of actual features are 2073 only, right? So 2073, that means 2073 valid rows are there, and 81 is your column. That means the data set is consisting of at a given city 2073 house informations or property informations are present here. So now what are we trying to do now? Now we are trying to clean the given input data if it is required by starting with somebody has messaged that layout of WebEx screen is locked. Please unlock it. The screen will be full screen. Okay. Okay. So now we are going to starting here from the data checking. What type of the data types we are going to use it? From that particular data type checking to what are all the basic summary of the data, what are the basic summaries of the given data set, and what are all the variables we are having, We are going to study about the correlations, and we are going to detecting the outliers, and if any missing values. These are all the things we will going to study here. Okay, so now what are all the different data types which are presenting in our NumPy, right? Maybe in the pandas, whatever we are going to use it here. So the data type in the pandas data frame are objectives, float, integer, and so on. We have a different type of data types are there. But now as and when we are analyzing this particular problem, this problem is consisting of two things. Now you can able to see this is a data set, this is a database, right? So in this particular database, what is the data type of the dwell type? Theoretically, the dwell type is a text form, but the values which are presenting is in integer. So to check the data types here, df property dot d type. D type is nothing but data type. So for an ID, so you have a first one is ID. ID is the column. You have an integer. So the data type is int. So dwell type is an ID which is having an integer value. So it is an integer. So zone class is RL, RM, and so on. Of course, the RL, RM might have some meaning, but at this moment it is considered as a object. Here the object is nothing but it is a string. It's a non-integer data type. Now lot area is nothing but whatever the area is there, it is in the numerical form. So it is lot area is integer. So lot frontage. So the lot frontage is consisting of multiple combinations. So it has given as a floating point. Even it is a floating point number, it can be considered in the form of a numerical. Am I right? So if you can able to check whatever the attributes which you can able to see it on the first row, each an attribute might have one meaning. So here the overall quality and overall condition. See here the overall quality and overall condition here you have given as a numerical values, right? So overall somewhere it will be there, the overall quality. Yeah. So overall quality and overall condition considered as an integer. I hope you are clear now. These are all the data type. Whatever the data set you have uploaded, that data set consisting of variable combination of the data type, whether it can be integer, floating, or the character or objects. To know that, you are going to use that df underscore property dot d type. I hope it is clear. Once you run this particular cell, you can able to get the data types. Now, very, very, very important aspect. Now, can you please tell me, I'll going to pause here for a while, but for your quick reference, I want to show you a small thing here. So small thing here. So now you see here, RH is representing about the residential high density, RL representing the residential low density, and so on, right? So in this particular data, RH and RL, right? That is called the residential low density, residential high density. So now zone class is a data type. It is having RL and RH and so on, right? That means it is a object category. But coming to the dwell type, as I have shown you the dwell type, the 20 is representing or 60 is representing some meaning. What is it 60 represent? For example, 60 represent there is a property which is constructed in 1945. Now it is renowned. That is old house with renovation is done. Second one is, for example, 70 is nothing but it is a old house, but it is not renovated, but it is constructed in 1945. That means there is a value, numerical value you have used here for easy representation, but it doesn't mean that that numerical value is directly can be used, because the numerical value is trying to conveying some information. For example, the best example to make you much clearer is, okay, now you're trying to give a ratings, okay, overall quality. So whenever you're going to see about any of the house, the overall quality, you need to rate it from 0 to 9 or 1 to 10. 10 is nothing but the best quality. 1 is nothing but bad quality, very worst quality. 7 or 8 is nothing but satisfying and good quality and so on, right? Now, the raw data, whatever you're trying to see, the raw data here, the overall quality and the conditions are the ratings, which is given by the various users, right? But is this 7 is indicating a numerical value? The answer is no. No, this 7 is indicating or 8 is indicating about the conditioning of the property. If condition is too good, you are giving a higher rating. If the condition is bad, you are giving the lower rating. That means this overall quality, even though it looks like a numerical, but it is not a numerical thing. Similarly for the overall condition as well, right? That means given raw data might have a data types are in numerical, but in fact they're supposed to be in the string form or object form. So you need, rather than using this particular data blindly, the first thing we need to check is, okay, wherever I have a wrong data types were allocated. So from the above, we can see that dual type, overall quality, overall condition have the data type as integer, but technically they are not integers, right? So, but as per the data definition, the dual type, overall quality and overall conditions are categorical variables. Categorical means the overall condition could be good, bad, worst, best, better, and so on, right? So they are not a numerical. So we need to convert this variable data type into the object form. Even though in the original data it is a numerical, but as per the technical aspects, as per the data sheet, whatever we are going to use it, these numerical values are no more numerical values. These are all the categorical variables. So you need to convert these data types into object. And the conditions remain same for the other thing also. So what are the DF property is there? The DF property, that dual type. What are we trying to do now? The DF property dual type dot as type O. O is nothing but objective. That means you are trying to forcefully converting the integer data type into object data type, because now you are converting its data types. You may can ask a question that what will going to happen if you do not want to follow this? Definitely it will going to impact on your overall result, because there is no meaning for 20 in this particular data. So in the 12 type, 20 means it doesn't have any meaning until unless if you know the meaning of this 20. Similarly, what overall condition here, the 8, 7, 9 is there. Until and unless you do not know the definition of what is a 9 or what is the meaning of the 4 or 3, you cannot able to take a proper conclusion, or the what are the outcomes you may going to get it. That may be a chance of misleading it. To avoid such type of mistakes, we need to check the data types as well. It looks very simple task, but it is important task. So now you have identified for this particular data, for this particular feature, and you have converted the integer to the data type. Now, in this entire data, can you please tell me what is the role of this ID? Do you think your house price, the price of the house, is dependent upon this ID? Technically speaking, the price of the house is no more dependent upon the ID. Am I right? This ID is for our reference. How many number of data are entered are available in our data set. Other than this, there is no significant role of the attribute called ID, right? So it is a no use. Better you drop it. So let us remove ID column as this not be necessary for our analysis, because in our entire analysis, this ID is not playing any important role. So better you can remove it. To remove it, you need to use the function called drop. So from a df underscore property, drop ID, access is equal to 1, in place is equal to true. So access equal to 1 is nothing but you are trying to talking about the ID is a column, you remove the column. In place is equal to true means once you have removed it, readjust your features. That means earlier you have 81 features. Once your ID is removed, then your number of available features could be 80. Okay, once you have removed it, let me see the up to this. Are you clear? Whatever we have discussed, or if you have any questions, please tell me. If you are clear, it's okay. Then you please tell me, is there any questions you have? Okay. Now you check one thing. Okay. Okay. So now let us to analyze. Okay, once I have done this particular ID is removed, if you would like to know the statistics of the how many number of rows and columns are there, you can use this function again to check it. That is called the shape df underscore property dot shape. There you can able to see the details. And again, if you want to check about the data types, because you have changed the data types, right? So you can use the function called df underscore property dot d type. There you can able to see the revised data types or at this particular position called dwell type, overall quality, and overall condition. Now, let us to have a take the summary of the attributes called numerical. Whatever the numerical variables are there is called integer variables are there or integer data types which are presenting in the entire data set. Let us to have a basic statistics. So for getting the statistical summary of the numerical variable, we can use the function called describe. So whatever the data type is there, now we are trying to have one basic summary. What is this summary will gives us? The summary here you can able to see the lot frontage, right? So let us to see about this data. Where is lot frontage? Yeah, this is my lot frontage. So lot frontage is my pure integer variable. Am I right? So here we are trying to analyzing it. So here you can able to see it here. So whatever the lot frontage is there, how many number of values are non-zeros? So you can able to see this here, there will be NA, that means value is missing. This is a value is missing and so on. So how many rows we have? So the total number of rows which are presenting in our data set is 2073. That means you have a collection of 2703 houses information you have collected, or property house information you collected. But now you are trying to see about the lot frontage here. You have only 1753 counts are only valid counts are there. That means the rest of the information is not counted. Let's have a quick look into it. Let's try to filter it out here. Lot frontage. Remove the last part is called NA. And now once you are going to remove the NA, you can have a count here. So 1753. Now see it here. That means you have a non-zero values are 1753 are there in the lot frontage. That is what this particular describe function is going to talk about. In the describe function, it will going to give you the description of the it will going to give you the description of that particular variable. So 1753 values are valid entries you have in this particular feature. The rest, it means that out of 2043, the rest of the information are missing values, right? Let us to see how many number of missing values you have in this. So you can see, have a look, these many number of missing values we have. How many? This is a 320 values are missing. So 1753 plus 320, you can count it, you will going to get the total number of rows. So as it is a numerical value, here we are going to figuring out the statistics in such a way that out of this 1753, what is the minimum value? What is the minimum lot frontage you have? And what is the maximum lot frontage is there? What is the average of that particular lot frontage? I hope you're getting now. What is our average? What is its standard deviation? What is the 25% quartile information, 50% and 75%? That means you are trying to preparing your numerical data in such a way that you are trying to have completely able to analyze it. How many number of attributes are actually having a missing and how many number of attributes are not missing? As you can able to see it here, lot area 2073 features we have. Nothing is missing. Year built, all houses informations are present. None of the features are missing. Am I right? That means most of the numerical variables, the information is present. In some of the places where the information might be got missing. I hope you're getting now. So for everything, lot area, you can calculate the mean, standard deviation, minimum lot area, maximum lot area, and so on. Now, let's assume, okay, this is how the numerical statistics we can able to see it by using the df property underscore describe function, where you can able to get all. How you can able to do the same thing for the categorical information, that means non-integer part, how you can able to analyze it. So what type of output you can able to get it, because here df property dot describe, nothing you have mentioned in the bracket is a default. It will going to give the statistics for the numerical variables. Okay. What about for the categorical? So here you mentioned about the categorical. So in the categorical include object. What it does, first it will go to give you the count 2073, and out of this particular count you can look into it how many number of unique attributes are there. For rather than going for the unique for the dwell type, you can go for the LA. LA means we have two unique things are. One is LA is nothing but pave or gravel. Let me show you this what is meant by LA here. So now you can have a look into it. Road type, sorry, road type or LA, anything will be fine. Maybe you can go for the road type. Road type, we have only two things. One is that gravel and pave. You can able to I hope you are able to see it here. So here okay, if you might be not able to see, let's have a look. Okay, road type is a variable. It is a two unique entries I have. One is a road can be paved or it can be gravel, right? So in the road type, you can see that how many entries I have? 273. Road type, almost all informations were present. So how many unique entries are there in the road type? 2, right? Now, out of these two, which one is having more entries? That means whether you have a collection of the gravel or more or collection of the pave or more. Let me see about the pave. Okay. The road type, let me go for the pave. Okay, pave looks smooth. So let's go for the gravel. Okay. How many gravel is there? Gravel, I have entries of only 10 entries are there. So if you can able to see it here, in the road type, I have a total entries of 2073. How many unique entries were there? Gravel and pave, two different unique categories are there. out of which particular category, which particular category have more number of dominant entries. Pave is having more number of dominant entries. Now question comes is how many number of pave entries are there? Out of 2073, out of 2073, I have 2063 entries are belongs to the pave. That means how many are left for the gravel? The only 10 are left for the gravel, as you can able to see it here. I hope you're clear. So by using the describe function for the categorical information here, you can clearly able to see about the how many uniqueness entries are there, at the same time how many number of values are missing, and so on. Now let us to see about the next important part. Okay, now you got the statistics, and once you start analyzing this particular statistics, somewhere you can able to correlate one thing, that once you can able to analyze each and every column of the attributes, the summary statistics for the category available contains information about the total number of observation, number of unique classes, and most occurring classes, and its frequency. Let's understand the output of the above table using the property shape. Unique, as I said, 4 classes and so on. So now, what are we trying to do in this entire analysis? One thing is we got to know is that as the variable pool QC has only 8 non-zero values out of 2073. That means let's go for the pool QC here in this example. Yeah. So hope you are able to see the here the pool QC, right? So in this particular pool QC, if you can able to see about the information which is present here, I mean the features which are present, non-zero features are this much. See how see it? How many? 8. That means only in the pool QC is one attribute or one feature. Again, pool QC means quality check, maybe you can consider. In the pool quality check, swimming pool quality check, only 8 houses the information is present. The rest of the entries, there is no information is exist. Am I right? Now here you can take a call if you wish to. So in this particular pool QC, only 8 non-zero values are there out of 2073 observation. The variable pool area, as you can able to see, the another one is called pool area, which is just present here. In the pool area also, very finite entries were there as zero, non-zero. That means here also you can able to consider is the 8 only. That means pool area and pool QC, almost all the entries are missing. Majority of the entries are missing. If only 10 or 20 is missing, it makes some sense. Out of this 2700, 2700 and numbers are missing, then what you will going to fill out of it? Right? So what are we trying to do now? Now you are going to removing those information which is not contributing anything to that as a feature. So attribute is there, but is not contributing. So from the DF property, try to drop pool QC and pool area. So once you are going to drop this feature, that means out of 80 features, you 2 features are dropped. So what will be your resultant response? Well, to check with the shape, you got the 2073 and 78. I hope up to this you might be clear, right? Now let us to analyzing about the distributions of the data, right? So let us to see about the distribution of the data for the numerical variables. So what are all the numerical variables I have? So lot frontage, lot area, year of built, and so on, property sale price, and so on. Now let me see what are all the numerical values are there. I want to see their distributions on a graphical mode. So let us to plot. So I want to plot an histogram where DF, by using this DF property dot hist. The hist is a function which is going to give you in the form of a histogram, right? So here you can use this particular color maroon, and absolute is 20, so that there will be a 20 degrees of rotation on the x-axis. Okay. What are the x-axis? You are able to see it here. The x-axis variables are rotated in a 20 degrees. Okay. So if you can keep x rot equal to 0, that means just it will looks very normal. Now by looking after these particular distributions, as you could able to see it here, see this is a histogram of the each and every attribute, whatever you're able to see it here, right? Now have a close look into it. Some of the histograms are skewed versions. Okay, so now you see here year of the built, most of the houses are towards a recent one, 2000 years old, and most of the houses I mean 100 years old houses are very less. Of course houses are there, but they are very less. So by looking into the histogram, you can able to see that okay, what type of the information is mostly available in my given data set. So lot area also, you can see that your histogram might have 1 lakh lot area also, but the houses are not present. It will be houses are presenting in the lesser lot area. So by looking after this particular thing, it will be easier for us to see it, okay, which features are maybe useful, which features are not useful. Now, this is for my all the features including the property sale price, right? So what are we going to see now? Okay, I knew that all the features are important to figuring out the predicting the house price. Let me see what type of information, what type of the distributions are have there in the house price. That means in a given locality, what are the general distribution of the house prices? To see that, we can able to run a one particular cell to see about the distributions of the only house prices. So the x-axis labels are for the sale price, y-axis is for the frequencies, and this particular plot has given the title called frequency distribution, that is called the plot dot title. Plot dot x labels are talking about the sales, and plot dot y labels are talking about the frequency. Now what are we trying to do now? From the df property, you have taken a variable called that a property sale price, and you are trying to plot a histogram. That's called plot dot histogram. As you can able to see the diagram here, plot dot show. So this is what the distributions of the given input original prices of the houses which is presenting in the data set. I hope you're clear now. So you see this distributions here of the house prices. So most of the house prices in this particular range of 1 lakh to 2 lakh. It is in the USD, but you may can convert this into our currency, but these distributions are in the US part. Now for the numerical, you have seen it, and there you could observe that okay, the distributions are somewhat skewed version. If you would like to make any of the statistical part to make it to balance, of course we can do it for the balancing part. So that this is called a data set adjustment. Once you got the data set, you are trying to adjusting it. Okay, as you can see that okay, for the numerical, the histogram plotting is much easier. But what about for the categorical? So whenever you are going to go for the categorical, the similar distributions won't help. So there should be some another type of a distributions which we need to look after. What are that particular distributions here? For each and every category, as you know that how many number of each and every non-numerical variable, like a zone class, as I said, a zone type. Maybe you can consider about the road type here. Here the road types are two, right? One is a pave and gravel. So you can make a distribution within this particular pave and gravel. Okay, how many number of samples are belongs to the pave and how many samples are belongs to the gravel? So which indicates similarly for the land slope, it is having a 3 unique entries, but this is how the distributions are. So for the categorical information also, you can able to show the distribution so that you can able to see that okay, which particular data type is actually trying to be dominating. And the next one will be, okay, I got uh, now there will be many entries are there. What is my next step? Like my next step is to figuring out is there any outliers are present in my given data set? Yeah, there could be the answer. Yes, there could be many outliers could be present. Let us to analyze this identification of the outliers by using the box plot. So here we are trying to see about the example as you can consider here. So box plot you are trying to draw for the overall quality and the property sale price here. So now we are trying to draw a box plot for the sale price versus the overall quality. As you can able to see, this is what the box plot representation of the samples which are presenting in that given input data set, right? Similarly, for the overall condition also you can write it. So that's for the overall quality. This is what the overall condition. Now you can see there are many samples are actually there are many samples are outliers here because overall quality and overall condition. So you can see there are many samples are outliers are present. So, right? Now you may can think that okay, that is for the individual attribute. You can construct a histogram. But what if I would like to make a try to analyzing the correlation between the among the features? So if you would like to draw any of the relation among the feature, then we can go for this pair plot. So what are all the things you have considered for the pair plot here? So the rest of the columns you are considering is property sale price and living area, garage area, total basement, full bath, year of the build, year of remove or add. That means renovation is done or not. Some of the features here we have considered, and within these particular features, you're trying to calculating the relation. So here you can able to see it here, the total base. So first one is the property sale price. The y-axis is property sale price and x-axis is also property sale price, right? Now second one will be your area, gravel area with respect to the property sale price and gravel area with respect to the gravel area. That means you're trying to figuring out the correlation among the attributes. So if you can able to see the diagonal aspects like the property sale with the property sale, graven area with the graven area, garage car with the garage car, total basement with total basements, and full bath with full bath. So whenever you are trying to see the in the pair plot graph, these are all somewhat distributed in a Gaussian form. Some are in a skewed form. So here by looking after this particular pair plot, you can know that what type of the relations are there among the attributes. The next one is, as we knew that the outliers are there, right? So first you need to detect the outliers and try to remove it. So now in your entire data set, what are you trying to see it here? The entire data set, these all data sets samples are for predicting the houses. For example, what is the role of an outlier here? Let's assume at a given location at your place somewhere, for example, the average house of an individual house is, for example, the average cost of the individual house is 2 CR. But some builder might be saying that at that particular house, the average cost is 10 CR. So that price is not at all exist in that area. So those type of samples you are considering as an outliers. So try to remove the samples which are actually created as an outliers. That means they are not giving proper information. So remove that. So first you try to select the reducing the features by selecting the ground truth other label. So now you analyze the outliers for the property sale price. So you can able to see the distribution here. Then you can drop it. So after some particular threshold here, the 5,000 or 5 lakh, you can remove. So the properties you are considering less than 5 lakhs only you are considering it. Right. So initially we have a 2073 samples. Now after applying the threshold here 5 lakhs USD, you have trim down little number of sample that is called 2059. If you can able to put this condition little lower, the number of samples will be even more further reduced. That means you are trying to picking up the features which may play an important role only. Now the second important information may come here is that okay, there are many values where the informations are missing, right? So how you can able to figuring out those things, because missing values are very important factor, right? So now what are we trying to do? Looking for the missing values. Now each and every value, that particular value is having a null value or is there any entry is there? If any entry is there, that means that is counted. If the entry is not there, that means it is not counted. That is considered as a missing value. So in this particular data set, there is a miscellaneous features, alley and fence. These are all the total null values are present. So the percentage of the missing values will be 96% are missing. That is called missing features are, miscellaneous features are 96%. The information have not updated. And what is that particular attribute? That is an object. It's called categorical. So similarly, there will be floating that is called garage here. 113 people could not able to give the entries of the garage quality, garage condition, and so on. I hope you are clear, right? So rest of the things will be everything is available. Year built, everybody has given it. So there is no missing values. That means in the beginning, there are many attributes which are actually not having any entries. Now, out of 2073, 1979 values are missing. What are we going to do with that? I hope you're getting now. So we are going to run now. You can take the decision to keep the missing values or to remove the missing values. It's purely depending upon our requirement. Okay. So here you can able to see that numerical values also we have considered here. Total number, total null values will be garage 113 and the mass area is 14. Only very limited values are missing, right? So how you can able to replace? Suppose there will be some missing values you're considering it as an example we are talking about. So how you can able to replace it? So simple. What you can do it, maybe you can analyzing about the values with median, mean or median, you can decide it. Okay, I knew that there are 13 values, lot frontage. How many values? Lot frontage 320 values are missing, right? What we will do? Simply you can, as a numerical value, calculate the median of the non-missing values and you simply replace it. So df property lot frontage is nothing but df property lot frontage dot fill NA. Wherever is non-available values are there, fill that value with the median. If you calculate the median and fill that values, that means what are the missing values are there, you are filling with the median of it. Now you may can ask a question that what about the garage built here? Built here you cannot able to do the median, no? Because built year, it is an year how you cannot do any median. So better you can replace with the zeros. Option number one, you can remove that entry, but there is no point in removing that entry just based on the only 5% of the information got lost, right? That means rest of the information might be useful for us. So just replace with zero. That means at that particular feature in the multiplication factor, it will be neglected. So mass where area, again, it is of only 0.67% is got lost, missing value. So you can fill it with the median. I hope you're clear now. Second thing is the categorical. So for this categorical, how you can able to run them, fill the missing value. So simple. Whatever the features are missing, so like miscellaneous features are more, you can put some threshold wherever you want to consider it. So whenever the property of miscellaneous features are there, df property miscellaneous features, now you fill with none. That means that information is not present. So there is a feature called LA. Wherever the missing, you can add no LA. Similar, the feature called fence is there. If the information is not available, then you can fill it as a no fence, right? That means what are you trying to do now? Now you are simply trying to filling the missing value information. Once you can fill it, then you can take a decision. Do you want to remove or not? Of course, here itself also you can take a decision, right? Now, let's assume according to the data. So here the basement export, basement quality, basement condition, there are many features are having a common, right? So in that particular case, what you can either you can merge these all features, or you can able to ignore also. You can use the same information also. Now, once the features you have entered, like what are the features you have missing features you have entered, then you can able to do the correlation as I have said. For the numerical value, simply you can able to take the correlation. Now you see, this is my correlation among the features. Look, lot frontage, lot area, and so on. So as this numerical values looks bit complex to look after, because it's very larger scale of the correlation matrix, it is very difficult to. So better we can able to draw this in a by using the heat map with the plot representation. So we can able to see the correlation matrix. So try to observe the correlation matrix. The diagonal elements are talking about the correlation among those same features are 100%. By looking after this correlation, it will be very much evident for us. Okay, here the features that by using the heat map, wherever pure red is there, that is called 100% correlated. Wherever you have a white is there, that means it is completely not correlated. Whenever you have a blue color in the darker nature, it is 50% correlated, and so on. That means here the color map is one of the easiest way of figuring out correlation among the features. But here, if you'll see the numerical, it is very difficult. It is very difficult for us to look after, right? So better we can able to use the color map with the heat map representation here. So in the heat map, it will help us to see what are all the features are getting correlated. I hope you are getting the significance of um, a heat map, right? This was just visualization. Similarly, you can ask a question that, sir, how we can able to do it for the categorical variable. So of course, yes, you can able to figuring out the categorical variable relation with respect to the property price. So I have a various property prices are there. Just try to form the uh, histogram distribution of the each and every attribute which is present, each and every category presenting in the categorical data. This is what the distributions are. So I hope with the interest of time, I want to take a pause here. I would like to take the pause here. If you have any questions, please ask me. Could you able to follow me? Is there any questions, please?
I think there are no questions. Okay, there are some.
Sorry, sir.
I think there are no questions, sir.
Okay.
Someone asked for area, price, location, facility.
No, but I could not able to see here.
That is for your introductory question.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time. I think this can be shared to our students also, because it is so that many students and other faculty will be getting benefited.
Okay, fine then. I'll share. Okay.
Yeah. This recorded.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
So
Thank you
any
very much.
participants, if you have any queries, you text your message in the chat box.
Yeah.
So if it's also clarification and our chairman sir, Professor K. Madhumurthy Garu, really it's a wonderful session, and definitely we will request you for another session. More demand from maybe due to work, many of them could not join, sir. However, we will keep your session in our website, and it is also recorded in YouTube live streaming. That will benefit.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. So we can close now, sir.